Jump right into it's what I'm wearing. This is absolutely, this bezel is exquisite, Paul. Absolutely exquisite.
Doesn't it look like a piece of royal jewelry?
Oh, you better believe it, it does.
Couldn't you see the princess wearing this, you know, as she walked down the aisle? I mean, it's just, it's
yes.
royal jewelry. And that's that beautiful torchon frame that's around it, but then they didn't stop there. We did a crown of black spinel at each one of the corners, if you will. Almost like the naves in a church. And it's just what it does for the coin, the way it takes the coin and kind of like the Mona Lisa in that frame, it just says, here I am. The most beautiful coin you've ever seen. And I love what the designer has done with it, because now when you marry it to your black spinel necklace, look how gorgeous that is, how the black spinel in the frame is picked up by the necklace, and how you see all this wonderful highlights, if you will. Now the 500 Lira coin itself is really a special coin for a couple of reasons. One, it's the first coin that was bimetallic in any country. So it's the first coin ever that featured, in this case it's bronze and aluminum, I think are the two metals that they work with. Secondly, it's the first coin ever to feature Braille.
Oh,
so they have a few firsts in it. And I love that about the Italians. They're always looking forward, and they're always thinking 20 years ahead of the rest of us. You know, what will be the right thing? What will be most fashionable? What will be cool? What will be, and so this coin falls into that realm. It's a permission piece. You can wear it with sterling silver or with gold without having to worry about it, or with your black spinel. And
or with my rope chain.
Or with your rope chain.
Gives it a whole different look, right?
Stunning. And what's the size on this? About 1.5 inches?
I want to say, I'm going to get the definite 100% length. Yeah, about 1 3/4 in length. And about 1 3/8 of an inch side to side. So a whole different feel, right? See how an instant change of a look on a chain changes it all around. But these are your conversation pieces. These are the statement pieces. This is brand new today. We were able to bring in only a handful of these, Paul. So to the point, those that are saying, well, what do you mean it's actual, this is Lira? They don't even use Lira as an exchange anymore. They don't. So it's not an easy thing to get.
No, not since
really
2001. When you turned it around for the camera.
And Kate's showing it too with the snake chain. That's a whole nother look,
look
right?
How stunning. Absolutely.
Pretty.
You see how one piece of perfect jewelry can take an outfit and just
elevate it.
And elevate it to a complete different level. Now, when you turned the coin around, I spotted something. Yeah. This is a special edition of the 500 Lira coin. This was done for the International Monetary Fund. I'm pretty sure I saw it with my eyes. And I only know that because I used my Gigante Lira Bible to study the Lira. And we don't have it listed in the notes that way, but I believe, I have to use my eyeballs.
Can you see,
Yep, no, this is,
it is? Okay.
It's actually a special edition coin we have not used before. So there's even an extra bonus in this that I didn't realize from my notes, but as soon as I spotted it, I was like, hey, that's different. And I like that. I like that it's not one that you've seen before, it's not one that you've collected before, and it's not one that's as easy to find.
Right, and it's fair to say that no two will ever be the same. And we can't say that about a lot of things, but it's true, right? True. So some may have, you know, little imperfections. I mean, it just depends. It depends, like we said, if they could only talk and it could share the stories with us. I would love that. This is brand new today, beautiful. That gallery that this coin is anchored in with the rope design and the beautiful, just the touch of the black spinel throughout. So elegant. Approximately a full carat of black spinels. These are very good sizes, 96 points. 605060 is the item number, and that Torchon pendant is the proper name, as it would be displayed in real gold if it was, you know, in Italy or here in the States, in the way